MyPost has different categories. The first categories is 5 bikes. Has been your week? I guess we're warming up for the weekend. Trust you all are doing great. So it's good to be with you this Friday again. Like I mentioned last week, I posted a question, and the question is why? What is your motivation for wanting to start up a logistics business with specific reference to a dispatch company? I'm sure many of you must have pondered on the why. Yes, and I'm beginning to get your feedbacks too. All right, so good, we've sorted that. There's also a question I like to address. This is one of the questions that was posed to me last week by a respondent, and the question is, how many bikes do I start with? Sincerely, there's no straight answer to that. There really is no straight answer to that, but I would advise that you start with a minimum of 2. Yes, you can start with 1 if that's all you can afford to, but maybe with my experience over time, I would say you start with a minimum of 2, and then you can start with as many numbers as you feel you can afford to. The reason I say 2 is because, like, the truth is that if for whatever reason your rider is not available for that day, then you've grounded your business for that day. There would be nobody to even do anything. That's why I would always advise you start with a minimum of 2 bikes, 2 riders, and then that gives you a very good positioning so that you're not also disappointing your customers. So I believe that's properly answered that question. You can start with a minimum of 2. You can also start with 1 if you're sure, but then when you start with 1, please begin to make arrangements almost immediately to get the second bike. And then you can have as many as you want, but you have to consider the provision government has made for you to register as a courier operator. MyPost has different categories. The first categories is 5 bikes. So if you're going to be having more than 5 bikes, know that what you'll be paying as an annual fee for your license is not going to be the amount that covers the first category. So these are some of the things we'll also be looking into over the next few days, and I will be bringing you more interesting tips on how to run a successful logistics business. Thank you, and do have a great weekend. Cheers.